What's up, everybody? No Man's Sky. Uh, Leading basis. Gotta get ready for work. About an hour. Eating breakfast. Got me some coffee. That's why I went to bed early. I got up super early yesterday. Had to go to bed early, get my beauty rest in. Look at all the charger. So with deleting bases, this game got a build as far as number of blocks you can use. Just fucking ass. That shit. But it's only around deleting what I don't want. I think I broke one, but open space. Office space. Shit, sleep, breathe that. I'm actually getting some good innovations to game. You'll be amazed. Stage, not a bed. Be amazed at the innovations I've gave and what I've added to games. There's big games that's like that have certain ideas that I actually took. I gave them. It's so it. You know, 'cause I did give them, but they had no idea who I was working with. Put it like that. And 1 week I'm doing the game jam with people. The next, seeing my ideas on AAA games. Like, holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. be sure to visit him. Those are resources you can use. Don't just go around believing. All recycling.
Toxic protection falling. Inventory full.
Excuse me. What you need? So it's pretty cool. Little discouraging, but pretty cool. It's not the first time my idea's been stolen. I have usually stolen and shit. Like I said, that wasn't technically stolen. To be fair, it was a game jam, and my goal is to bring ideas together to make shit happen. And we got one of the best crossovers ever. I didn't think they actually had the money to make that happen. It wasn't even a. Oh man, that shit was crazy. Like it don't matter if they, they used it already. So I might as well speak on it. The Godzilla event in Warzone and the Pumbas, I think that's what they were called, Pumbas in Fortnite, along with the dynamic weather system, the tornado stuff, Fortnite, during the Spider-Man event. Those were my ideas. Concept was bringing people together. So, we're talking about the fate of humanity. This is how I put it to him. That, I guess, which was the selling point. I'm like, somehow we get on the topic of people and life. I'm like, we need more giant monsters to fight, especially in first-person shooters. That's why we had the Godzilla vs. Kong. These giant monsters to bring people together. We got on the concept of war and finding a bigger purpose as people. Like giant monsters, man. Put some kaijus up in this ditch, because it should be easier to put aside our differences when it's like humans are so small on the cosmic scale. You get what I'm saying? Do you want to fight each other, or do you want to fight Godzilla? Fight the giant monster, the alien invasion, things like that. It was a concept of what would bring us together as people. Then I'm like, we need more cool stuff like tornadoes and things like cause destruction, chaos, to change the map. stuff like that on some of these things. Yes, they were like good ideas. Good idea. Because the idea, and within a month's time, 2 months time, that's how fast people work. We had it. Which I thought was pretty cool. Cause I'm like, I don't have any development experience, but I got ideas. There's Game Jam. I joined the Game Jam to experience a Game Jam where developers and creators come together to put out something new. You know, just for funsies type of shit. And that's how that came about. So Godzilla Kong thing, because remember they happened at the same time. The tornado event with the giant Pumbas on Fortnite. I think that's the Pumbas, something like that. And the Godzilla vs. Kong event came out at the same time. My idea. With the tornadoes and shit. My idea. It was pretty cool. Like, they're not the only ones to use my idea before. Apex Legends used my idea. The, what you call them? The evac system. The mobile, not respawn beacon, but the jump tower, the mobile jump tower. That was my idea. When people were complaining about Valkyrie, or the thing was Valkyrie. Valkyrie's always, getting out of here, running from fights and stuff. And, well, to shut people up, why we just don't have mobile jump towers? To shut people up. Like, yeah. Then, that happened. I made no money, but no. That's why I don't really give out ideas like that anymore. But I have, though. And they've actually put it to you. Godzilla vs. Kong, you're welcome. The tornadoes during the Spider-Man event, giant Pumbas that you could feed, Pumba berries, whatever the fuck they were. Fortnite. You're welcome. Tornadoes. I remember when that was ravaging the world in Fortnite. You're welcome. So I put kind of some of the people they need. I am the person they need, technically. I'm gonna say kinda, I am. Experience, I got years of gaming experience. have ideas. I'm a gamer through and through. You know, aspiring developer. Sometimes I got expensive income to put into what I do. Just right now, money a little tight. And as well as I gain, I give back. I gain a lot. But it only makes sense to give back doing that. That's why I'm on YouTube. YouTube has given me years and years of entertainment. That's why I choose to stream on YouTube. It's like growing up watching Disney Channel. And then you decide to go to Nickelodeon. Like all my life I've watched Disney. Some people don't know loyalty. But I get sometimes you gotta go where you're being paid. You could sell out or you could trip. That's why I don't go to Twitch or any of those other shit. Gotta stay, man. Gotta stay. As much as I like this, gotta go. Too much maintenance. Too much maintenance. This game haven't thought some shit through yet. Like this whole regenerative thing. It's okay when you're thinking of the overall world. It's a living world. The world generates resources, etc. But when I'm got a base, it's cumbersome. Can't build the base for the base. Because of the regenerative properties of the world, which is a simple fix within the radius of the base computer. Nothing in the terrain don't regenerate. I think it'd be a simple fix within the radius of this, which is the bubble, because more than likely it's a bubble. Up, down, left, right is below. This is supposed to be captured in a bubble. Just within the bubble, the terrain don't regenerate. Simple fix. I can't build a base with a basement. Because the terrain gonna regenerate, maintenance on it. The fact that it's a building is ass anyway. I'll take the longer loading time using the warper versus not being able to build anymore. That's why they do it, to minimize cache data, which in turn lowers loading time. I'd rather have the longer loading time and be able to unlimited to have a lot bigger build versus not being able to. Yeah, what you bring to the table? Put them on the table. I like food to me. So scrumptious. But what do I know? I just game. I actually enjoy it. I'm glad I was able to contribute even if I don't get credit. And I just got to be more careful. So, before it's time to get ready to work, let me get this shit together. What time I got to be at work tomorrow? I got to plan my time. With my job. They bullshitting my hours. Playing with me. I don't got. Time is money, and not just playing with my money, I'm playing with my overall relationship with my daughter type shit. You understand? Job is job. Jobs ain't made for men, they not made for women, they made for people to work. Mindset. man, so weekends for my kids in order to get this management position. I'm willing to play ball
Incoming storm.
and work some weekends. Right now, they only have me on schedule, it seems, 4 weekends. And y'all want to cut my hours after riding my back, riding my coattail.
Fall. Radiation protection falling.
Going to complain, trying to be nice about the shit, to be honest. Not go over their head. Fucking talk corporate on their ass. Look, they're trying to force me to quit. Playing first.
Radiation protection stabilizing.
Weekends for my kid. Not about to just fuck me over. Do what the fuck you think you want. I have no problem picking up that phone. As long as it was paying the bills, fine. I'm not covering my bills. Not fine.
Protection falling. Technology recharge.
Not covering my bills.
Radiation protection falling.
Said now you cutting into my time with my daughter. All this shit. I'm cool. Not covering the bills. I shouldn't have to work a 12-hour shift just to cover my time.
Storm clearing.
I was just having me at fucking almost 50 hours a week. Store manager out, this manager out. I'm at 50 hours a week. And now you got me, I go from 50 to fucking 18 hours. Trump. Calling back. At the very least, you're supposed to put me at max what my position could get. Max of what my position could get. Because technically I'm part-time, but I'm a manager. Is 36 hours a week. Between 33 and 36 hours a week. Supposed to have me max just for being able to call on me and use me when fucking needed. That's supposed to be given. You gave away the position. I should have got. Second time you passed me over for a promotion. Fucking right, I'm a cop. Discrimination. Because I'm black and straight. 90% of your, upper management is white and gay. Discrimination for being a straight black. So, brother me, definitely. At the very least, should have been at the max of my house. Just being able to call on, ride, or commute, fucking save everything the way I can. Bad. I don't give a shit. $18, I went from pulling in 50 hours because y'all needed somebody to step up. Rocking this shit for you for about 6 months. September, October, November, December, January, February, March. I think I went on my last vacation in March. 6.5 ever since I went on vacation. Hours dropped drastically since the store manager went back. It didn't take a little dip, it dropped drastically. So, foul. Call him foul. Ain't no reason he should be giving himself 40 hours a week. Get paid salary. You don't need to be there that much. you get paid salary. You don't need to be there that much because right now you got a staff that's capable. When I first got there, we didn't have a capable staff. We got a capable staff now. 20 hours a week because that's 20 extra hours you could be giving to somebody else. You're putting yourself on there for 40 hours with nothing to do. Taking money out of people's pockets. That's 40 hours of pay period. That could go to other places. I can take 20 of those. Got a capable, all your other managers capable. Technically, like his buddy is a manager right now that shouldn't be a manager. For that bread, I got you. I killed the house. Technically, I ain't did nothing wrong. All I've done is fucking co-worker. Which isn't illegal. So you sure you want to go down this road, buddy? Have I done anything illegal? The answer is no. For me to be worried. Working a franchise chain. Be like, okay, we just separate you two. That's cool. But she gonna have to go somewhere else. I need this. So I already got a position found. That I haven't been able to use because this motherfucker's playing with my time. No, I'm at the lower end of bitch. Better have my money. Not exaggerating about the time I was getting. I'm good enough for you to ride my coattail. I'm good enough for the position. If I'm not good enough for the position, I'm definitely good for the hours because I put in the hours. 6 months straight. Running teams, all types of shit. Women lie, men lie, numbers don't. Come back and give himself 40 hours a week. You not needed that much, big dog. Let me teach you how to be a big dog. Give me 20 of those hours. Give your buddy the other 20. Let me teach you how to be a big dog. You don't know how to be a big dog. Because I know he's probably thinking like, it's self-preservation at this time. And so I'm like, before I throw you under the bus, you know, because I will throw your ass under that bus. Here's how we make it happen. Let me level you up. Big dog stats. You know the difference between you and the district manager? District manager don't put all that time in at one store. He makes shit happen at other stores. The way he moves makes him a boss. As far as like movement and the way people process the movement. That's what makes him a boss. People hear the district manager come and they jump. That happened overnight for you. That same mentality that people have over the district manager, I can create for you in a month. 6 months to solidify it. 1 month to establish mentality. As store manager, you got capable managers. So, what you do is this. You break your hours down to 20 minutes. Not 20 minutes. 20 hours a week. If that, you paid salary, you don't get paid by the hour. You don't have to be there. 20 hours a week. And I know you're like, because right now you probably feel there's nothing for you to do. So, you do what you do. You come in, you answer some phone calls, you check some messages, because that's what he do. Not really much. We handle everything. We got a solid freight team. We got solid people on the floor. We got solid cashiers. It's nothing for you to do but to check cameras, but to answer phone call or to take meetings. You don't need 40 hours to do that. And this is why he's feeling insecure about his spot. There's 2 women that work there that can take his spot. Me, being a person of color who's competent and capable, can take his spot. And it's like, carry yourself as a boss. Let me teach you how to do that. 20 hours. During those 20 hours, you probably have 1 or 2 meetings. stuff like that. But the less time you spend in the store as big boss, the more weight you carry when you walk in that store. Now, 20 hours. 4 hours throughout the week is for calls and or interviews. The other 16 hours you're using to train people. Quality of life is what you should be establishing for your store. I don't want to ever have to say, well, technically I ain't never learned that. So I don't feel comfortable or confident doing that. Why? Because we don't have a valid training system. Our training system right now is here's a position. No, you haven't done it. If you got any problems, just give me a call. That's just their training method. Your training, you should have 3 hours for the day to come in and train people.
Extreme sentinel period.
3 hours a day.
Thermal protection fully.
I try to build my group. Telling Lisa, one of our cashiers,
Protection fully.
technically my job ain't nothing special. The position I'm at as the manager I am, I'm just supposed to come, get the drawers together, make sure the deposit is safe at night, open the door. No, I don't have anything special that I do. As far as management concerned, good, team leaders, stuff like that. You need those skills, yes. But it ain't nothing special. Everybody, technically, from a technical standpoint, should be able to know how to do my job. Every staff member under me should know how to do my job. I should know how to do the person above me job. That person should know how to do the person above them job. The second in command should know how to do the store manager's job. The store manager should know how to do the district manager job. District manager should know how to do the regional manager job. Regional manager should know how to do corporate's job. And corporate should know how to own and run a fucking business. Everybody in corporate should be able to be a store owner. To be chain of command, all this shit. This is just what it is. This is what people should know. Time. Like, it's just what it is. But no, that seems, some people don't grasp the concept. Some people don't grasp the concept. Why the fuck I can't move around? because they can't grasp the concept.
Technology recharge.
They're afraid to lose position. So now I gotta level up the whole fucking squad. So store manager, because he's afraid of losing his position, 20 hours a week. 20 hours a week, less time to show your face. The store manager is here for two things: to train motherfuckers and to, you know, snap the belt. That gives you a different way to begin with. You can't say you didn't know because I trained you personally. There's things that everybody should know in the store, no matter what position you hold, because it's everyday shit. Just everybody don't do the shit every day. But this is everyday shit everybody should know. Quality of life of the store. You train everybody in the store to work properly and know the proper procedure, then our numbers rise. Our numbers rise, people gonna want to move up, etc. So your flex and your brag and your boast as a manager is, see that guy right there? That guy comes, his only job is to clean fucking bathrooms, make sure our floors are swept and clean. He could do that manager's job better than that manager can. Should be able to go somewhere, be like, that guy could do that job better. Why? Because that's how I trained him. To be able to come and take anybody's job at any other store. This is how you become district manager. Put enough people in position to eat, and they eat. Now they gonna boost you up. Regional manager. So now I gotta force everybody to level up in order to level up. It's actually a nice build. Gotta force everybody to level up in order to level up.
Technology recharge.
So first things first, boss, let me show you how to move like a boss. First, you gotta know how to throw your weight around, boss. But you don't know how to do right now. Because you spend too much time in the store. Spend too much time in the store. You know, people become a little too familiar with you. Not that that's a bad thing. You're supposed to be approachable. You're supposed to be, you know, accepted as the staff, as part of staff. Because we all just staff. We're all just staff. But how do you get boss staff? Because right now you're just store manager. You got to carry the weight when you walk in that door. They're like, oh shit. Like when motherfuckers, how you motherfuckers jump when y'all hear the district manager coming. District manager ain't nothing but another manager. Everybody got management position. But his job is to make sure stores stay in shape. Because he's not there in your face all the time, you get jittery and jumpy. And that's your job as store manager, to make sure the store stays in shape. You just do what you do in a wider radius. Your radius is this store. His radius is maybe 4 stores. And he ain't really got to do nothing when he comes to our store, because our store is actually pretty together. It's just looking at some numbers like, we got to figure out how to boost them numbers. And I just told you how to boost the fucking numbers. Overall training in the store. People shouldn't be overwhelmed by a new task because they've never been trained in it. Right now, like I said, the mentality is here's a spot, hold down the position. But coach, I never played shooting guard. What am I supposed to do? Don't worry. Got any questions? Just play. Once you start playing, got any questions? Feel free to ask. Just don't have any. Just playing with it. Feel free to ask. Oh, we got an Indian driver. Oh, no, just the other. No matter start. Just ask. But if everybody knows how to do all the basics, like when I say basics, everybody should know how to learn how to load a price game. I'm teaching people now, just in my spare time, how to load a price game. Because everybody should know how to fucking load a price game. Everybody should know how to read the box when we get freight. Everybody should know how to set a wall. Then not just set a wall. After they learn how to set a wall, they should learn how to read the plans to set a wall. They should know what type of store we are. Because I think we're an elevated Q-line store. Because there's different types of stores. Some are, some aren't. We should know those basic information, because that basic information affects how we set up a store. From the small man to the big man. I think everything else is mine. No. Nobody knows nothing until they get in a position of power, or a position where they have to learn. Like, motherfuckers be on the register and be like, how do I do a certain type of return? How do I? Just to be like proper training. Some things you just don't know until it presents itself. If it don't ever present itself, motherfucker don't need to know. But by the time it presents itself, if a motherfucker never learns, 90% of your staff be like, call the big boss. Call tech support. Now we got angry, irate customers that want money. Compensation for time wasted. You understand? Now I got to level up everybody, which ain't my job. I don't get paid for that. So I'm gonna try to put it to them like that. But I need to be at the max of all the hours I could get, because trying to talk it out, be nice about it, is before I go over motherfucker's head. You don't carry your weight as big boss. In order to improve our numbers, we got a great staff. It's only one thing that we need to do. Everybody needs to be trained properly so we can call each other out. Not only that, if we train properly, then we become valuable to any location. We should be able to leave this location and shit on most people, 90% of other staff, because this isn't mandatory training throughout the franchise. We can shit on everybody's staff. They're going to want to know, why is it that your staff elevates above and beyond other staffs? It starts with home training. Some motherfuckers ain't got no home training. You should be able to come. Everybody should know how to do a wall. Everybody should know how to read the floor plans. Everybody should know what type of floor plan we have. Everybody should know how to load the price gun. Everybody should know that register in and out. Everybody should know the proper fucking cleaning procedures. Everybody should know how to purge, and everybody should know how to do MOS. It's like, even though you need a manager credentials, the manager should be like, here, I need you to go purge this or get this off of the shelf. Here's my credentials. I put down my paperwork, who I had go do it. And so everything's documented. Things that need to be out the system are out the system in a timely manner. They're like, here you go. Or who want to do it? I got to do this, or else I do it myself. Like, I'll do it. Like, cool. So, low key, I've been teaching people certain shit. Like, today, probably, instead of having Cashmere walk around filling balloons because she pregnant, probably like, here, load and reload this price gun. Load, unload, reload. Load, unload, reload until you get it down pat. And you can teach the next person. Because everybody should know how to load a price gun. Very least, we're a pricing store. Something's priced wrong or not priced, motherfuckers should be able to pick up a price gun and like, I got it. It ain't gonna take nothing but 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 if it's on a high shelf, just to reprice the shit. Motherfuckers shouldn't have to be, I got it. Go get a price gun. Shit. Hey boss, I know you're busy, but can you load this price gun for me? Wow, that time it takes to go walk, let's say, from the back to the front. Let's say the item's in the back, I'm in the front because I got an irate customer and now the line's a little long, so I got to help with the line. So walk from the back to the front, from the front to the back. That time, 3 more people could grab a mispriced item. And let's say it's priced lower. I have to give them that lower price. That's store policy. So now we just lost out. Let's say it's a $2 price difference if we're lucky. We just lost out $6 on a pricing error.
$8 technically if we include the first person that brought it up. Just because the motherfucker didn't know how to load up a gun. Because you know how some people are, they're like, huh, something price wrong. You get it cheaper? We don't even need that. Shut up. Go get it. Oh, because the motherfucker didn't know the 5-10 minutes. Motherfuckers just didn't know how to load up a price gun. Had to wait till I got the line down. Had, by that time, shit gone off the shelf. Which holds up the line longer because now I got to manually override the price, or the other person on the register got to do it and get a manager's approval. So I got to stop helping with the line to give them an approval for the price change. All because the motherfucker didn't know how to load up a price gun. Or worse, we don't have items priced. District manager, somebody pop-up inspection. Like, oh, these items aren't priced. These items aren't priced. Why the fuck isn't this shit priced? I can't be like, they're going to want a reason. Hopefully the reason is we ain't got no price tape. There was a miscalculation on ordering. Motherfucker don't want to hear, oh, my bad. I didn't know how to load up the price gun and I was ashamed to ask. No, we got pricing tape. We got everything. No, motherfucker would rather have a pricing tape that we're not supposed to have. Like, we supposed to change these. We no longer use the yellow ones. We use the white ones. Like, look, boss, we did what we had to do because, we've been on the tear and we forgot to order the new ones are on the way. Basically, they said it's in the mail. New ones are on it's in the mail. We didn't want to not have items priced. That's more acceptable than I just didn't know how to load up the price gun. Like, what? Nigga, what? And you on our freight team? Fuck no. People don't know how to purge candy right properly or put out candy freight properly. You know how many times the manager in that section had to come and like, Brandon, got a problem. Brandon, got a problem. It got to the point where I started telling motherfuckers, don't touch her candy unless she's here. When she's here, you give her a hand, but nobody put out candy because y'all not listening. Put the new candy behind the old candy. Another pet peeve of hers was putting out, half boxes of candy. No, if you can't put out a full box, don't put out the candy at all. Motherfuckers would be like, oh, well, it's half full. And want to open a new box, put half of the new box in. Now we got a half a box of candy in the back. Like, you told me the first time you told me, I don't like people coming to me with attitudes, even though she didn't have an attitude. She was mad because it happened. She wasn't mad at me. But she like, you were running freight. It's your freight team at the moment because store manager's out. I'm putting in these crazy hours running the freight team while the number 2, which was our freight manager, is running the store. Like, you know what? No. You ain't got to worry. We ain't touching candy. We're going to make it neat. Everything for you. But I'm going to need you here. They not touching that candy unless you here so you can properly train them on how to put out the candy. She's like, I'd rather do it myself. I prefer that, and I'd rather do it myself, to be honest. I know y'all were just trying to be nice and help out. But train them properly on how you like it and how it's supposed to be. So that your job is just really, because technically she's not just supposed to manage Candy. She's supposed to be our customer service manager. But I handle all the customer service problems because sometimes she's overwhelmed with Candy. I'm like, who do you qualify as valid to put out your candy first and foremost? She's like, her, maybe her sometimes, but only if she's working with her. Valid. Bet. Because I don't want you to get swamped in the back. Feel me? So it's like, again, she could tell me how she liked things, but I wasn't trained. It goes back to proper training. This is the store manager's job, to make sure we're all up to par and of a certain polish and quality. Take 3 hours of your day, you take one person, 2 people, and you train them on these things. How to properly shut itself, how to properly read this shit. Let's put you at boss status. You don't need to be here 40 hours not doing shit, because it ain't shit for you to do. It's barely shit for me to do sometimes when I'm there. And that's because we keep the store together like that. That store wasn't together like that when I got there. It was in disarray. I gotta go to work. Again, I'm opening today. It's just me and Cashmere. And again, just doing manager shit. But I need my hours. I work today, I work tomorrow, and I don't go back until Saturday. Get what I'm saying? Got me on the schedule for the weekend, but I told you when I first came here, weekends are for my daughter. I only take it for the management position, but if you're not giving me my hours I need, fuck your weekends. And that's what he want me to say, so he could put his buddy in the position. Like his buddy closing tonight. His buddy ain't supposed to be closing. It's supposed to be 4 managers. Why do we have 5? So if I don't get my hours, I'm gonna bring all of this up when I call corporate. I feel he trying to push me out for his buddy. Shit like that. Because he got his buddy in a position that he shouldn't be in. Because that's my position. I need my hours. I will kill the whole house. He could go, and he could go. Take his buddy with him. She can run this place better. She just don't want to move up because she like, I get paid more hourly. Which will put her in position, but I know she'll rather take the position than put her in the position. But they would need a man of the house. Put me in the position. I learn on the fly. I'm a fast learner. I've never not excelled at anything they've needed me to do. Proof is in the pudding. But GG. Good game, Gap Games. GapGames.com. Talk about it.